Queen Zaratha's remaining children arrived on a diplomatic vessel, surrounded by guards and ceremony. Twins, Prince Solari and Princess Lunith, 8 years old, composed of the same living light as their mother but dimmer, unstable, grieving. They haven't spoken since the incident, Zaratha explained to Director Veltrax. 6 years of silence. The royal physicians, the best therapists in 12 systems, nothing works. They've forgotten how to be children. Marcus was cleaning the diplomatic suite's windows when he overheard. Through the glass, he could see the twins sitting rigid and formal, their light flickering with suppressed emotion. They looked exhausted. They looked miserable. They looked like kids who'd forgotten how to play. At lunch, Marcus found Kai and Emma in the cafeteria. "How would you two like to meet a prince and princess?" Emma's eyes went wide. "Real ones. The realest." 20 minutes later, despite Veltrax's protests and security's concerns, Marcus knocked on the diplomatic suite door. The twins sat exactly where he'd seen them, unchanged, unmoving. "Your Highnesses," Marcus said with an exaggerated bow that made Kai giggle. "I'm Marcus, professional floor cleaner and part-time dragon wrangler. These are my kids, Emma and Kai." The twins stared. Their light pulsed once, confusion, maybe curiosity. "Kai wanted to show you something," Marcus continued. He nodded at his son. Kai stepped forward and stuck his tongue out, crossing his eyes. Silence. Then Kai made a ridiculous sound, half burp, half squawk, that he'd learned from the dragon cubs. Princess Lunitha's light flickered. Was that interest? Emma joined in, doing a clumsy cartwheel that ended with her crashing into a cushion. "Tada!" she announced from the floor. Prince Solari's form rippled, almost like a laugh, but not quite, like he'd forgotten how. Marcus sat down cross-legged on the expensive rug. "You know what your problem is? Everyone's treating you like royalty." He pulled out a deck of cards from his pocket. "Nobody's treated you like kids who need to have fun." Fun? Lunitha's voice was barely a whisper, the first word she'd spoken in years. "Yeah, fun. Ridiculous, pointless, silly fun." Marcus shuffled the cards clumsily, dropping half of them. "Whoops. See? I'm terrible at this. But we're going to play anyway." He taught them Go Fish, but with made-up rules that changed every round. When Solari got confused, Marcus declared him the winner anyway. When Lunith protested that wasn't fair, Marcus made her the fairness judge with veto power over all decisions. Kai taught them the Dragon Cub Squawk. Emma showed them how to make shadow puppets against their luminous bodies, which created the most absurdly distorted shadows that made no sense. And then Marcus did it. He slipped on one of the cards, flailed dramatically, and fell backward with the most ridiculous yelp, arms windmilling. Prince Solari laughed. It started as a flicker, then grew into a cascade of light and sound, pure, unbridled joy. Princess Lunith joined in, their combined laughter creating harmonics that made the windows vibrate. They laughed like children who'd been holding it in for 6 years. Marcus sat up, grinning, covered in scattered cards. "See? Told you I was terrible at this." That made them laugh harder. Queen Zaratha appeared in the doorway, summoned by her children's laughter. She froze, watching her twins rolling on the floor, as much as energy beings could roll, gasping between giggles while 2 human children showed them how to make increasingly ridiculous faces. "Ow," she whispered to Marcus. "I didn't fix them," Marcus said quietly. "I just reminded them it's okay to be silly. That perfection is boring. That the best moments are usually the messiest ones." Lunith grabbed Emma's hands, trying to cartwheel herself. Her form wobbled, destabilized, became completely ridiculous, and she didn't care. Solari was attempting the dragon squawk. With Kai, both of them making sounds that would horrify their respective species' dignity. They needed permission, Marcus continued. Permission to be imperfect, to fail, to look stupid and not care. Every adult in their lives has been treating them like delicate, broken treasures. But they're not broken. He smiled as Kai accidentally burped for real, sending all 4 children into fresh hysterics. They're just kids who needed someone to show them that being undignified is actually pretty great. The queen watched her children play, truly play, for the first time in 6 years. "Humans," she said softly, "you're all completely absurd." "Yep," Marcus agreed cheerfully. It's our superpower. Solari crashed into Marcus, laughing. Teach us more silly things. Yeah. Lunith bounced. Show us the falling down thing again. Marcus looked at the queen. She nodded, light pulsing with gratitude. All right, Marcus said, standing up. Who wants to learn how to juggle? Fair warning, I'm absolutely terrible at it, and we're definitely going to break something. For children cheered. And for the first time in 6 years, the royal twins' light burned bright and warm and joyfully, beautifully imperfect. Sometimes the greatest gift isn't healing the broken places. It's teaching them it's okay to be wonderfully, ridiculously, magnificently flawed.